Hi, it's me, Poison. Oh, I need to adjust my face tracking. Gravity's so good. Oh, I need to adjust my face tracking. Breathe 1, 2, 3, take all of me. I still have my headphones in. But hello, it's me, Poison. I still have my headphones in. Okay. Oh, sorry about that false start there. If you want to know what happened, I had a bad start for Wardo, and Wardo caused my RAM to fill up real fast because of the bad start, which means I had to deal with I had to basically close everything down and reopen it up, so that way it would all work and not cause issues. But I've solved that for now. So that fire's been put out. Uh, so that fire's been put out. And hello, Silver Sun. I hope you're doing well. And hello, Silver Sun. Yeah, so I had to relaunch live like 3 times, but that's fine. Yeah, so I had to just know I was ready on time. My computer just was not. Just know I was ready on time. My computer. The snakes are kind of giving Jello, like a glowy radioactive Jello. Snakes are kind of giving Jello, like And I'm doing pretty good. Sigrika comes out tomorrow, which I'm excited for. And I'm doing pretty good. I think I have some statements ready. Did my internet go out? I think I have some statements ready. Did my internet go out? No, okay. I'm still okay. For a second there, I had my web page on my other computer crash. No, okay. I'm still. For some reason, in my area, when we have a storm, it's not till like the next day that we have issues with the internet. In my area, when we have a storm, it's not till like the next. Which is weird. It's like a delay effect. Because typically our internet issues are caused by people like wrecking into like poles or something. Because typically our internet issues are caused by. And I'm just guessing they're driving less safe after a storm. I don't know. And I'm just guessing they're driving less. But yes. I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, let me get my coolant for my computer real fast. Oh, speaking of which, let me get for my computer real fast. I think that's also one of my favorite like gap fillers. The Pokemon song. Do 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 do. Also, I don't know what's happened here lately, but like a lot of my tech has just been having issues. I blame AI. AI has nothing to do with my local network because I don't run anything with AI, but I just feel like it's their fault somehow. I'm just like, if the economy's fake and AI is fake, why does the suffering have to be real? Couldn't we just fake that too, please? That seems like, yeah. But no, I've just had like a few like technical issues. I probably need to just like clean the processing like background apps on my desktop. Though my desktop's not a fancy computer, but my models are more optimized now, so they actually take up less space even though they're nicer. Because as I've gotten better at making the models, like design-wise, I've also gotten better at making them with less polygons, but look like they have more polygons because my shading got a lot better. I use now normal maps for things that like I would normally use multiple layers for, which helps with the processing. Like we've gotten way more efficient with our VTuber models. Like they take up less than half the space that they used to. And they take like only seconds to load. Whereas like before, occasionally my models would take like a solid minute to load up. Which didn't feel long at the time, but now when a model takes longer than like 20 seconds, I'm like looking at my watch. I'm like, something's wrong. I did something wrong. Because your model shouldn't take that long to load. Something's wrong. I did something wrong. Because your model shouldn't take that long to load. Like, look at this. This model takes like 5 seconds to pull up. And it has like a bunch of moving parts. Like the snakes are programmed as tails. And they're not in like a like normal space for tails to be. Which causes them to have extra movement. But yeah. So we're gonna spend the first bit of this stream designing our Sigrika model, and then we'll talk about. Oh, you have the sound of my voice in the background. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, you have the sound of my voice in the background. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, I hear it now. Where is that playback coming from? I think I fixed it. I think it's fixed. Yay! Thank you, Silversun. Hear something, say something. I honestly, I probably should redo some of my intro, but this is live. I'll just record that offline. If I want to clip any of it. But I will re-say this part. So we're going to be first designing Sigrika, like my version of her outfit, because she comes out tomorrow. We might do a quick live on Wednesday for like an hour or so, like we have in the past, where we do just some rolls on the character to see if we get her. We're going to do the start of the design. I don't know if she'll be ready by the time like the new patch is out, because I haven't done too much work on her, because I was working on the 7 Deadly Sins model and a bunch of other models. I'm still working on the design for the Warframe, for the ink version model. I haven't decided exactly what that's going to look like even. And then I still want to do an anthropomorphic model. So we have like a bunch of things like just like I'm currently working on, so I haven't worked too much on this one. I've basically put down like some of the loose silhouette that I'm going to use, and that's about it. Like I haven't made the shoes or anything. Let me see something. I would need to play a sound so I can hear. Actually, I think it's good. Oh, that's what I can do. I'm gonna turn my audio playback real fast, just for myself, so I can hear. Boop-a-doop. Okay, yeah, no, my headphones are good. I like to monitor the sound of my stream myself, just because, yeah. And I didn't hear the playback because my audio monitoring was off. That's still stuck. That's gonna be stuck in my head all stream. It's because Pocopia's like super popular. Am I playing it? No, I don't have a Switch 2. I didn't play my Switch 1 enough to justify buying a Switch 2. the only time I really played the Switch one a lot was Mario Party, because Mario Party is one of my favorite like game series. Oh, I think that was Siri. Stop it. Me. I changed my version of SIRI just to not activate it. I changed them to an Australian guy. And sometimes it throws me because I'm like, who is that man? Who is that? Like, what? Why is there a man here? Give me one moment. I'm gonna grab it, my drink. I left it across the room when I was getting ice. Okay. Yay, I'm back. That's what happens when your stream like crashes 4 times before you're even ready to like actually do anything. All of your like get ready time is spent fixing your computer and just hoping it doesn't mess up again. I'm gonna pull up a picture of Sigrika. Those of you who see the thumbnail have already seen. I'm actually gonna pull up a few pictures. Okay, live scene. Okay, so this is the character outfit that we're gonna make. Noting that like I make my version of the outfit, not like a 1-for-1. They don't directly copy. It's like heavily inspired by. Except for I kind of just copied. But this is the character that we're going to be recreating the outfit for on my model. And they have like this mask occasionally. I'm also going to do that. My model will have the mask occasionally the same way that like I have models that change their outfits live. I'm going to do basically that mask to appear and then dissolve. And it's going to be on a cycle. There's ways to set that cycle to an animation that's then triggerable. That takes a long time. So that's why I use the circles and then the cycles instead. For one, because then I don't have to actively click a button, and it's like every 30 seconds it'll transition. But yeah, we're gonna be going for making this outfit. Now, when you see my model, know that it's at the very beginning. So the very beginning is when I am looking at the silhouette and just laying things down to try to fill the same silhouette that the model has, like their outfit is. And so it's not gonna be like there yet. It's just gonna be like very plain. Like we have some of the stuff laid out the way it needs to be. I still need to make shoes. These are her shoes. I can recreate that. But yeah, my models always start off looking a little bit like this, or worse. Like, some of my models with the more complicated outfits look way worse. The most complicated part about this model is doing the double layer on this. That's the most complicated part. Other than that, it's not going to be too bad. I feel like it's very doable. And then after we do this, I'm gonna open up Seven Deadly Sins and give like my honest opinion about it. I do know the brutally honest title for things is supposed to be eye-catchy and grab attention because drama, but I kind of just prefer honest. I'm not trying to be brutal here, just giving my feedback. Because we're a very neutral ground when it comes to people's passions. We encourage people to talk about them. We encourage people have fun and like talk about the things they like. And we try not to like we try to do it in a way that doesn't bring anything else down. Because it is my opinion that even the game that I think is the worst game ever, there's someone who really loves that game. Oftentimes my reviews are like, this isn't right for me, but if you like blah blah blah, I think it could be good for you. Because like, yeah, like I'm someone who's a big fan of 3D graphics, and I don't really like do much pixel art stuff, but the pixel art community is huge. But like if I play one of those games, I'm gonna be like, eh. I miss my pretty shapes. But just because I play a pixel art game that isn't my cup of tea doesn't mean it's a bad game. Especially if I play it knowing I'm not a big fan of pixel art. That is always the thing that like surprises me. Reading a Steam review that's like, I don't like gacha games, and I hated this. And it's on like Seven Deadly Sins, Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail. I'm like, why did you play this? Like, I get if you're like a content creator, sometimes you play games just to like fill the content void. But like, if you're just a regular person, you don't need content creators, also regular people. But if you're not doing it for like any kind of like content, don't torture yourself with playing games you know you're not gonna like. And if you play a game that you know you're not gonna like, don't leave a negative review because you knew you weren't gonna like it to begin with. Which means it was accurately advertised. Like, there's been games that I've actually really not enjoyed, but I knew I wasn't gonna enjoy them when I started. And so I didn't leave a negative review because I'm like, how am I gonna say something negative about a game that told me what it was and I just didn't believe it? Like, it told me the game was like this. And I played it anyways. One thing before I even get to that section of the video that I want to talk about with Seven Deadly Sins is the fact that I love the fact that one character has multiple classes. Because there's sometimes where people really like a character, but they don't work on like certain teams, and that does increase the variety of things that you can put together. And it also means that if you want to play a character as a DPS, they have a DPS spec. It reminds me of World of Warcraft in that way, where World of Warcraft has classes with different specs. Let me check something real fast. Okay, I got a message from technically a VTuber child. I say technically because I made an alternate outfit for them. So that I'm not. And how does that work? If a VTuber has multiple outfits and you make one of them, are you still their parent? Like, am I married to some people, or am I like just ditching child support, or are they ditching child support? Also, I was looking at pictures of the model I'm currently using. I love it. I love this model so much. I don't care what anyone else says. This model, it's a vibe. Yeah, and like, and plus they haven't used the model yet, so like, I told them that like if they don't use the model for a while and they want to use it later, that I'll totally like touch it up before they do that live. But I wanted them to have the model already finished, just in case they wanted to not wait for me or anything. Uh, yeah, I'm very much I want to make sure like when I accept someone's commission, I'm like I want to get a product in your hand as fast as possible. I will still work on it, but I want you to have something. And that's partially because I used to do cosplay commissions, and my main goal was to give you something that like base outfit wise, where I'm like, if something happens, you have something, and you're not just left stranded without an outfit. Of course, a lot of the commissions that I have accepted doing are for VTubers who I'm not their first model for, so like I'm not making their main model. I need to practice making more different hairstyles before I start taking too many of those. Um, I might start with the makeup a bit because I need to make this less dark. I am still gonna be doing Sigrika if they're going through a phase because while designing the idea of what I wanted to do, like mentally designing the way that I want the outfit to look, I was listening to like Sex on the Beat, Adela, and I'm like, okay, this is influencing me. I need to make Sigrika, but like how like so Sigrika is a TA for an ecology class. I was a TA for an ecology class. Um, in the biology department, they serve see you next Tuesday. Like, and so I want Sigrika to serve like how I know the biology department serves. Because if you want to find people serving looks in college, go to the bio students. I don't know what it is, but just consistently. It's like that stereotype from Science Types Fell in Love, but like the real life version. I was like getting ready to draw, and I was like, why can't I get anything? My draw pad's not plugged in. And that's because stream crashed 4 times before I got to go live. So of course my draw pad's not plugged in. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So let me make sure. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we might also do a brief Wuthering Waves because I haven't done my dailies yet. And sometimes if I don't do them on stream, I completely forget. Live scene. Okay. But yeah, I think we're gonna focus on getting the makeup how I want. One thing I would love to challenge Wuthering Waves and honestly all gotcha games with. Let me pull her up. I need a different image. Gotcha games love peach ice shadow, and I would love if a gotcha game could use any other color. Like, I think Cantarella has like a coral, but like if we could move away from the peach, the coral, and maybe get like a like even honestly, I want to see them move out of this range. Like maybe try some things down here. That could be interesting. But like, I'd never see them leave this range for eyeshadow. It is very like a no makeup friendly look. And it also is very easy on the animation for like eye movement, because I'll have to admit, my heavier eye makeup does cause some complications when I do things like this. But like, if you're like hand animating, that's not an issue. Because you can control the eyebrows a bit better. So I know the things I need to edit are going to be like the very big dark areas. I'm going to like hide all of these one by one that are around the eye. Because I want the lower part of the face, the most part, to stay the same. Okay. And I think I'll just add to this. This isn't fully clean face, but this is clean enough. Because I typically will go this high with my eyeshadow. So I don't think I have to worry too much. So I am going to copy the peach a little bit, and then I'm going to veer far left. We're going to start with trying to do a little bit of what their makeup looks like. But because we have such a bold lip, I don't want to do like an understated eye. I'm also just not a fan of understated eyes. I like to bring the drama. Then, oh, I'm don't. I can't use any of this anyways. I forgot to hit the mirror tool. And then only one eye would have makeup and the other one wouldn't. And when doing eyes, this is something that is the most useful thing, is mirror tool. Because if you don't mirror tool, then you have to do everything twice and make it look perfect on both sides. I do think I might go ahead and go with like a darker color. If I do this like very pink eyeshadow, I'm gonna need to brighten up the lip a lot, which I already know. I debated, because I've wanted to do blue eyeshadow for a hot minute, largely because of Zara Larsson. So like, I might do that here, because Sigrika has a lot of blue and purple in her outfit. And like this kind of matches her hair. But I think it might look really cool to match the makeup to the outfit instead. And you know what? We'll go ahead and try that. Once I get the makeup down, I feel like the outfit's not going to be too difficult. What I want to start with is white. Um, do. Okay. Now let's go back down to this. I'm gonna start with this white. And I'm gonna do purple above that. Definitely not that dramatic purple. We need to cut that back by a lot. And then I'm gonna add dark purple to this edge. I think one of my favorite things is the fact that I did learn how to do art largely from watching makeup tutorials, which is why you see the way that I do art, put down colors, and then take out the beauty blender or just the blend tool. And blend it out. And then I'll take the eraser and carve this back. I love how I said blue eyeshadow and immediately deep, deep purple. There's nothing blue about this eyeshadow. It has thoughts of blue, but it does look good. My face is looking a little bit messy, like dirty almost. I'll have to figure out what exactly is causing it to look like that. And then I'm going to add this white back. Because I do think I want to use brighter colors in the makeup, mostly to challenge myself to do something a bit brighter. Because normally I do use very dark colors. That's a very pretty sky-like appearance here. Okay, I need another one. And I'm going to move this one down. Because this is going to be the eye base. So you need to take a dark part of this skin. And this is basically like primer that you would put down before the makeup went down. But when you do art, you can do the steps out of order. You don't have to do your makeup in the same steps that you would. Yeah, this lower part of the face. Let's find what is making it look like that. Just a little bit. Because I think I can delete this. I'll go ahead and delete these. I can delete them because like I have it on another thing saved. And this probably could go to because I think I might want to use something brighter. Skin. I do want to go to the lips. See, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I can get the same color here, this color gradient, with the colors I have down. So I'll probably have to cover this lip with a new thing. So I'm gonna hide that because this will allow me to like build off the color gradient. Do, do, do. But yeah, I do like to, if the character is wearing very little to no makeup, I kind of just like to wing it and make it my own as part of the redesign of the outfit. Again, this is my version of the character, not necessarily their most accurate version. And that's how I get to keep the design, is by making it very different. You will not be sued today. Okay, I'm gonna use this for this bottom lip. It's definitely not the final color. I want to get like this blue. Because I know I want to use like the deeper blue on top. Because I'm going to go with like a sky motif for the makeup. And then I'm going to take a blur tool. I think I want to take this, and I want to take it more of a true blue. Kind of mix that. This kind of looks like it might be slightly lopsided. This is definitely more mature, but that I don't know if it's mature in the way that I want it to be. Because that definitely doesn't match. And I do know that I'm going to cover this with a gradient map. So what I mostly need is to get base shading down. and enough down that I'm going to be able to match the outfit to it. There's definitely proportionizing that needs to happen in the rest of the face. And I think specifically what will help is some highlight in like the places where you're supposed to put highlight. So like cheek. The cheekbone. I also like to do this to round out my features when they're actually flat. Okay. I'm gonna do and then blend this out. I don't want it to look like too cold. Right now this is very cold, which makes sense because I used blue as the undertone. I mean, it might be hard to avoid it looking super cold because of the simple nature of like the colors I'm using. Let me use like a kind of lavender pink. And it might be that this just needs to be less thick of a lip. Because that's a pretty harsh contour created by that highlight. Is that in the cheeks? Yeah, that's in the cheeks. I will say if I do this, definitely need to brighten up the body. Because this face is like a couple shades lighter than the body. And honestly, what might be easier than doing that is to like instead do the reverse. So I'm gonna grab this, do a new layer. Just gonna add, and just see what this looks like. I'm just trying to balance out the colors that make up my face right now and the body. Which is gonna look weird. Because this is definitely not how you would do the makeup side of that. Because I probably would switch my foundation and start over. That's a bit better. because I want it to look like... I'm using highlight and like soften that contour just a bit. Because I do want the center of the face to be the brightest part. Oh, whoops, not that. Do, do, do. Yeah, I don't know if that's move here. Oh, I command save. I'm gonna take Control Z. That's fine though. Because I think this is moving in the right direction. I just need to bring it all together. Okay. Right. Do that. No, we'll just undo that center piece. And I'll try something different. New layer. That was the other problem. I put them on the same layer. I wanted them to be separate. It's kind of like raccoon mask. Because nothing says glamour like raccoon. It's a glamorous raccoon. Okay. I'm actually really liking how this is looking. But once again, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta brighten up the body. Because this is a total, almost different race from the body at this point. Not too terrible. Basically, if I want to do this, I need to take the highlights of the body and use like a bright, like very white, like tan, like color in this area. Basically, take like a white, red, yellow, or orange and just put it on each of the peaks of each area. That way it's not giving super bright up here to pale while this stays all like a semi-tan. Because also there's going to be a pain in the app to do the shaders for that. I don't like add some base shading here. Because then I have to do it with like a normal map where I won't have shade range control, just light control. Okay. New layer. And I'm gonna try to do this all on one layer. I don't need that shade, I need that shade. And this isn't the finalized outfit, so I'm not gonna do too much. Like primarily gonna focus on the area closest to the face. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this. Do I have a shader? Oh, that fixes it. Well, it fixes most of it. I just need to turn off the thing that was making my skin a little bit darker. Still need to make probably the Adam's apple area less harsh, because we're going for a more feminine look. Gotta find which layer. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna take this and reduce it by a lot. There we go. Much better. I was wondering how the shade range got so off from this area to this area. Because for the most part, I color pick myself. Just to try to make sure that, like, I keep all my colors consistent. And we will do body makeup. Because she has body makeup. She has, like, circuitry on one arm. And I might make my gloves symmetrical. Hers are asymmetrical. Like, this one is a short glove, and the other one is a long glove. But I don't know if I can make them non-symmetrical, because if I look here, there are the circuitry here, and if I make them symmetrical, I won't be able to do the circuitry, because they'll be covered on the other side. I can make the bottom half at least symmetrical. Okay. Custom. And we are gonna go dresses, bodysuit. And this bodysuit is gonna be more than likely used for all the jewelry. Slash glove. Because the glove won't need any special, like, thing on it. And we're gonna go for like a blue-white. Because I'm pretty sure that's the shade of white they used for making the base model. Of course, she's seen in a lot of blue light because her powers are also blue light. But I think, yeah. Zoom in. I'm gonna go outside of the bounds just so that there's not a seam when I do the normal map for it. Okay. How much of her finger is covered? Oh, that's... So this one is a hand glove, and this one just covers thumb. Well, I'll just turn off this. And erase. I don't know what that's on. It's not on this layer. Yeah. Let me find it real fast. Pants. There it is. Neck accessories. So the way that finger glove works, these are out. Oh, it's like a drawing glove. Okay. Erase. Like that. Okay, and I can go back to mirror, dark blue. Because this part, the wristband part, is the same on both. Definitely not wobbly like that, but there we go. And then we turn off symmetry. I want to go back to this, like, this blue. The design on these gloves, I'm 1000% gonna do in Clip Studio. Because doing those repeating triangles that fade would be annoying to do it in this app, but won't be an issue when I can use Line Tool. Primarily an issue just for here. Okay, tops. I'm gonna start making this look a little bit more presentable. Starting with this top. Let's get a little bit brighter. Definitely need closer to white. This is a bit better. Because it can't be pure white, because that doesn't animate well, nor does it render well. Because you need something for like the light to play with. Especially if you're doing like a shadow map. Guess I'll go ahead and do that. So the way that this outfit works is this top layer is wrapped around like a band that goes around the chest. So there's going to be a metal band that goes right there. Pull this up. This metal band. It's going to go on the same layer as the under part of this, which is this section. Don't go ahead, which it's like a very blue purple. And one of the reasons why I go back and forth between makeup is so that way I can make sure the makeup matches the outfit. Because when you're not going to do very simple makeup, it's easy for it to clash. Which is probably one of the reasons why they're afraid of makeup in character design sometimes. That, you could say, also hard to animate, but it's 3D, so that would be a silly excuse. And they already simplify the faces when doing like the manga style. I can show an instance of that actually. Like this, like pure white is actually used up here. It's actually a little bit more simplified. Then, let's see. There's a hyper stylized 3D animation that I grabbed a picture of, but I can't find it. She has her eyes closed in it. Oh, there it is. Then this. Oh, that's a really strong normal map gradient on that collarbone. I just noticed that. Okay. So then I'm gonna go down to here. I'm gonna take the bottom of this on the very bottom. Gonna do that on all the areas. Okay. I need to make sure that this never closes underneath the arm. Or basically when the character lifts up the arm, the areas of this area will stretch because it's a 3D model. And so if something is on a bendable like polygon, it's gonna stretch whenever the model moves. Okay. I'm just gonna add this. just to add a little detail right there. And then I'm going to duplicate. This way I have an experimental layer. But also that it'll have that as the background. And I'm going to take super light. And I'm just going to go like right here. Because I'm wanting to replicate this little gradient effect that they have. But I'm going to need to do some things different because mine's not making the same shape. I'm glad I looked at that picture because I do want to add a darker shade up top. I'm going to blend it out. And that's the other reason why we duplicated the bottom layer, is because if I did this without that other layer down there, what would happen is as I blend it out like this, you'd see underneath it, which you can see underneath it here. No, okay. It's still filled out. And that's the other important thing about having a backing layer. But yeah, I did notice this. So then I'm going to go underneath here with a lighter. Undo. Top layer. New layer. And some of this is going to be easier for me to edit once it's been exported, like, because it'll combine all the layers and I can manipulate them together. Is that bending downwards? That is little. Okay. I'm gonna hide that layer for now. And I might leave it like this, because I can design around this, but the other thing I couldn't design around. Erase. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this one, color pick, and I just wanna make sure that this is nice and rounded out. Like that. Okay. And then I do want another, I'm gonna move this down. I might move it down further, but for now, this is gonna be a gold band, which will get like a special effect once again in Unity. So we're just gonna make it the color to represent what it's gonna look like. Yeah, it needs to be the side. That hole needs to be filled. On the slower part, and take just kind of fill there. This is partially a placeholder too. Anyways. Okay. Let me go down to this. This layer is really important because it's going to be the connecting clasp area in the under part of the outfit, which is actually probably the most important piece. So first of all, I'm gonna grab the white that I used up here, because this needs to be the same white as up here. With the shadow gradient added later. That's it. Okay. Darker. We are going to make the clasp on a different layer. So this just needs to represent the fabrics. And because this is me, I'm going to bring this up to TOS obeying height and not an inch lower. In other words, I'm respecting the letter of TOS, but not the spirit of TOS. We're not exactly someone who dresses conservatively. I don't aspire for that. Oop, undo. And I'm gonna need a normal map right here. It's gonna have a lot of shadow. It's basically gonna cut these in two. Now I'm gonna blur this, which will then create the effect that I want. because the center part will become more transparent. So I want to try to do this as much as I can on one layer, at least for the base fabric. Okay. New layer. There's a lot of small details on this outfit that are definitely going to have to be added in, but not at this stage. Okay. There's another thing I want to add here. So I'm going to duplicate this, which I am starting to have too many of these, but I need a dark blue. Oh, new layer. Not symmetrical. This is part of the thing that's going to help this model look like it's on point, which is like the blue ribbons that come down off of her outfit, or scarf. Erase. Skirt length 120, and then flare. And then I believe it comes down twice in the back. Yeah, it comes down twice in the back. Because I think it's tied as a bow. There's only one way to find out. Wuthering Waves. Their newest video. Make sure it's muted. Okay. Research. There it was. Yeah, it comes down twice in the back. Once in front, twice in back. I thought it did. Noting that people won't really see the back of this outfit, but I'll know it's there. This is one of those, this part of the design is for me and no one else. Because no one else is going to see this section. I guess the bottom of it you could technically see. Oh, which reminds me, I have to do 150. And then cut right here. Because it needs the yellow tassels. Which I will give a gold effect. I'm thinking of making this outfit more sparkle than what it deserves to be. Or needs to be, is the better phrasing. Okay. Go to this section. And I'm just gonna... And we're gonna use like a normal map that's like hair for this part. Which will add the like stringy like texture at the end. Because a lot of what I'm doing is actually just mapping out where my shaders are going. And the closer they are to the front, the more I want to be careful with the detail. Okay. I'm gonna fix up the line on this. I also think reference image, not this one. Couldn't get many like wide shots. I'm noticing. This one might work. Nope. There we go. Okay, that's what I thought. I might end up switching the makeup to be way more lavender and purple. Do this. It's gonna need so many like gradient matte caps. Um, I do kind of want to do like circuitry, and I have like a animation for that on the scarf. This is definitely going to be one that just got to trust the process on. I want to make the shorts the right color. Which I believe they're brown and gold. Again, there's not many wide shots of her. Do, do, do. Yeah, they're brown and gold. Okay, I'm gonna go with that deep brown. This might be too deep. Then I'm gonna add like this, like a gold trim. That's better. I think I need to raise the shorts up just a bit. I'll use like a slightly brighter brown. The little emblem she has on her outfit in different areas, which are these like triangles. Do I'm not going to focus too heavy on detail. I say as I work on details. Thank you. And hope you have a good day. We're definitely spending the first like 2 hours of stream working on this, because it needs to be done tomorrow. Or like at least by tomorrow night. Placing a lot of the colors where they need to be. I need to straighten this part out. Go back to this. And where is it? This scarf. There it is. Okay. I'm going to, because it gets way too thin right here. Oh, do not have mirror on, because there's not, this is asymmetrical part of the outfit. I'm just gonna bring this all the way up. There we go. But yeah, definitely, if I want to, one of the hard parts about making outfits from this game is the outfits have some slight inconsistencies, especially if you're doing cutscenes versus in-game. Like the cutscenes have a lot of lavender, but the game has mostly dark blue. But the cutscenes have the prettier model, so I kind of want to copy that one more, because I don't have to worry about render. But for the most part, I just need to worry about putting down gradients for the matte cap and the other program. Because as long as the gradient's there, I don't have to really worry about much. And I might need to make this way brighter, because I'm thinking I might make this an additive layer so it can be kind of like very shiny. I might get rid of this layer. Because I don't think what I saw in her outfit was actually an under purple coat. It looks like it from certain shots, but not others. I think what I was seeing is actually just the back of this one, so I don't think I need this. I might use another one or just adding fabric layers, but right now I don't need it. And we gotta cut down on polygons where we can. There we go. Shave this down a bit. Because hers does not go down very far. Mirror tool. There we go. It's like there's a little tiny square there. Actually, I think that's helps a lot when I cut that back. Because if I look, I feel like it comes almost down to right below where the shorts are. It doesn't go too far past that. Looks like it goes further down in the front. But that might also just probably just the angle of the shot. But also because I'm pulling mine further back than hers is, we're already going to look a bit different there. I'm probably going to cut this short to go up. Similar to how like the shorts are on my other models, where I had them go up there so that way it kind of cuts the thigh. Okay. I'm going to add a line down here that's going to add kind of a hem. Got this. This. Okay. We're almost at like a stopping point here. And then we'll play a little bit of Seven Deadly Sins and talk about what we feel like how the game is. I actually think I might want to have this doubled up, just so one thing could act as the inside of the fabric. Because with it so open face, it's going to be a little bit hard to keep it looking nice. Okay. Got this. This is definitely going to be easier in Clip Studio. So we're just going to size where the ruffles need to go and not actually like shade the ruffles. Then I will do this, like that. Which is a pain because I want to shade them, but I'm not going to. Because if I do, it's not gonna turn out good. I'm great at shading fabric, but just not in vroid. This is where I just lay things down. But I love how I have to keep on reminding myself that, because I will just add too much detail in this program where detail is not rewarded. Because you can't see gradients in here. And what I mean by that, let me go to the front here. If I take this section, and I'm going to use this bright blue, and I put it here, and then I take this. See how it's turning invisible? But it's actually not invisible. On export, this will be visible. In the preview, it's not. Nice. But yeah, I definitely need to brighten up this entire section, which will probably be done with the material cap. Because if I'm being honest with myself, if I'm gonna cover this with a material cap, it's not gonna matter what I do here. And so I can save a lot of time by just knowing I'm gonna change it all like when it gets to the next program. I do definitely want these shorts to be way shorter. I will not have a lower hemline than they do in the game. That's one of the few accuracies I keep. We... Okay. I need to commit that. Because I'm going to take a nick out of the thigh part of this short. Which is like right here. That's the inner, so this should be the outer. Oh. Take my pen. And I'm just gonna take this and add that. Because that's what their shorts do. It's starting to get there. There's like some jewelry detail I need to add. But I have a lot of what needs to be there for the next part. Oh, nice. No, yeah, when I grew up, I lived really close to my family. As a reminder, be careful how much information you share online. These are VODs and are saved and immediately go up online after the stream. Just a friendly reminder, just in case. Yeah. No, it's just in case. I prefer to like say something before I have to go and edit the VOD and clip out sections, then wait till after. I don't want to have to edit this. Let me be lazy, please. No, one thing I do as a streamer, I change my birthday every year. I keep the month correct, but the day changes. I think we'll do like July 14th this year. One year it's gonna be the actual day. But you'll never know. Because I maintain the advice I give online. Is this darker than that? Yeah, it is. Okay. We'll add a fabric normal map to this too that we have already made. So we don't need to add too much detail here either. Just gonna add a little bit there. Just because like, if I don't add any detail, it's really hard for me to visualize to make sure I've done everything right. Yeah. Honestly, the people who are worst about it are older people. Like, the amount of like people who I've had in chat like that are like in the 50s, and I'm like, hey, how about we don't give our address online, please? Not in my chat. Actually telling me the exact place where you work is not an internet safety tip. Like, you may trust me, but no, I don't know who's in my chat. There could be anybody. Same. I do love the fact that side quest has become a just everyday normal lexicon word. I still need to do the shoes. The shoes are gonna be so many triangles. Okay. I probably should start with like a boot and just start cutting the boot. My cat sings the song of its people in the distance. Luckily I don't need socks this time. Because I don't like making socks. Stilettos are not correct. I can work with this. Fill this in. Okay. I'm gonna cut this to the height that it needs to be. Eraser. Do, do, do. 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 Okay. And now I want to cut triangles into this. Because that's basically all her shoe is. It's a strappy triangle sandal. And as long as I do that, I'll be good. I will say, I got doxxed so many times by commercials, I'm not too, like, worried about my state. Or just the fact that, like, I live in a big city, so, like, it's not a big of an issue. Well, semi-big. Like, New York would think we're small. But we're large enough to be mentioned in cartoons. I want to probably get this entire front portion open. Okay. And this will be a triangle. This is a neat design for a shoe, though. I do like the fact that I'm at a point with my art where I can say that's cool and just recreate it. Not everything, but a lot of things. Right now I'm going to be cutting it out. But we will like connect these with like a string. But first I want to establish the triangles. Undo. There we go. Now this shoe's not going to be 100% what she's wearing. It's just going to be the vibe. But yeah, no, I got ads constantly because I used to listen to music live while doing art, but then YouTube says stop. Even when I had permission, it said stop. It's like, okay, I don't want to have to keep on stopping stream to tell YouTube I have permission, and then it reinstate the stream, but then it cut it out again, because that was happening. It would let me stream after I message like, hey, I actually have permission for this. They'd be like, okay, and then let it stream. Which is funny because they don't verify, but like I did have permission. Just needs to be connected. Ooh, I'm gonna add a gold band here. And then we're gonna add a gold band on the top. The bottom of the shoe needs to be brown. It is a sandal. Erase this. I like that they added to where I can edit the fabric in here. Used to be that you had to leave this section. Okay. Sole thickness, platform, heel curve. I need to reduce the heel a bit. And then increase the platform thickness. And then toe point, we're gonna make it wide. This is supposed to look more like a sandal. Okay, I'm gonna take this. This is a detail I think I can do here. Could take this pretty close to pure white. Actually, we're gonna take this to silver because we're gonna make it silver in Unity. This is also one of those things where I'm like, I wish I could remind myself before I started detailing it, because I've already started. Hey, no one's gonna see your shoes. You know that, right? You're not really ever gonna show your shoes on stream. What if I do? And if I do, it's definitely not gonna be close enough for them to see details of your shoe. But hey, I'll know they're there. And isn't that worth everything? Okay, and now I'll take this. But I've already started designing it also. So like, I'm just gonna continue. Someone will appreciate the shoes. Also, I need to be able to suspend disbelief for when it comes to like how some of my garments are constructed, because I always try to make them make logical sense when they don't have to. Like, it doesn't have to actually connect. It could just be a fantasy garment. Especially the smaller details. And I'm gonna leave that like that. Okay. We're not gonna add any more detail because it's unnecessary to begin with. I did discover that this was pretty easy. So if I want to just go ahead and add that to this glove, it actually won't be that hard. I just gotta be very steady with my hand. First, we're gonna start with this. No, these triangles are too big. We'll just do it in vroid. I mean, in Clip Studio. Because, yeah. I could just use a stamp brush for that. Oh, I could use the stamp brush here too, but I'd have to make the, like, stamp. Whereas I already have the stamp in vroid. I mean, in Clip Studio. Okay, this is actually fairly close to what I need. I could probably finish the rest in like 2 hours. Because I have a pretty clear design. I'm gonna need to make the makeup here a little bit more purple. Because I've decided to make this area more purple. But other than that, we're at a fairly good point. Switch to me close up! Hi, it's me, but I'm much larger now. I'm gonna switch my model to the Seven Deadly Sins one, the one that transforms. Unplug the draw pad. I need to switch my category on Twitch because TOS. Let's see. No, I have been pushing my YouTube a lot lately, and it's been working. But it does mean that, like, I've not maintained my Twitch side of my viewership as much. But partially because, like, Twitch has made some really, like, streamer unfriendly moves lately. Like the fact that it pauses the stream if you're not clicked on it. Which would be fine if they had like a scrubber tool, but they don't have scrubber tool. So you just miss out on things. Um, Seven Deadly Sins. Origins. Hit done. And then go to Steam. No, I love this model because it transforms. And it does it well. Like, I think this is one of the more dramatic models I've had, like, with a costume change. Like, I have the Alice one, but it switches between, like, materials. This one actually, like, switches the outfit. Like, the silhouette and everything. But yay, we get to review a video game! I want to also say this, like, one thing to note, if you're ever, like, searching for video game reviews, if the subscriber count is less than 10,000, the chances of it being a sponsorship deal good enough that, like, they'll lie is really low. If I'm looking at reviews, oftentimes I'm searching for game review and then looking at the subscriber count. It's like, was this? Because not all the streamers are, like, disclosing. Which is actually federally offense. You can get a big lawsuit against that. First you get cease and desist typically, though. Okay. Speaking of accurate reviews, the first thing I'd like to say, I do think people are way too harsh on this game. Is it the most groundbreaking game I've ever played? No. Is it, like, the best game I've ever played? I couldn't say so. Is it a functioning game that's very, like, I could see being fun for quite a few people? Yeah. If I gave it, like, a score, like, right off the bat, I would say this game is a solid, like, 6 out of 10. Great if you're looking for something to play because you, like, don't have anything to play right now. And then I'd say it's a 7 out of 10 if you get a character you like. Because I was having, like, a meh time, and then I got this character who has glitter powers, and I love shiny things. And it made me have a bit more fun in the game. Because, of course, I'm gonna have more fun if I have a character that I like. I think that's one of the downsides to gachas. That is why they should all have a selection banner at the start. Because so many people will leave your game if you don't have a selection banner. Like, and no one is gonna leave your game because they got a single character. Like, I don't know why they act like if they give you one character, you're never gonna pull again. But I promise you, no one plays like that. You got mail. 1,000 Stardust. Events. Claim all. Oh, another thing I'd like to review about this game, and I can show it right now. A lot of this is mean because, like, it has so many elements that players have been conditioned to think are like gold drops. Like it flashes a gold screen and everything, and then you get like a blue item. Also, I got that ferret thing with the smoke, which makes me wonder if this will be good. Okay. It's just blue. At least the sand is blue. Yeah, like that gold flash. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, did I get something super rare? And then I get garbage. And I could see that biting them on the butt a bit. Cause sure, it makes people excited, but it also kills the mood when their excitement is met against a wall. I already have them. I only want new characters. Unskip. Oh, I can do it one more time. But yeah. If I don't play this too much more, it's not because it's bad. It's because I have World of Warcraft. And I feel like I want to make that distinction. Because I do think the game is actually solid. Another thing that I really like about this game to mention is every character has 3 kits. Let me see if I can't level them up. Hero details. Because I think I have stuff to increase mastery. Yeah. Okay. I will say the menu navigation could use a bit of a revamp. Equip. I'm gonna have them equip just the best I have in each of these categories. Okay. But yeah, so each character has like 3 kits and different auto attack chains for each of them. That's cool. Oh, it looks like this character's element even changes with the weapon. Let's see. Switch. Oh, I meant to... I guess I have to go do it here. Yeah, this is something really cool that they did. That, like, makes it to where if the character comes out and you really like their design, chances are you'll be able to use it. And that's a feature that, like, is worth a lot. Because, like, I like this character. And it makes me happy to know that, like, I'll be able to use them in a wide variety of scenarios. And, like, let me go here. Oh, nice. The combined attacks are so cool. So it looks like this character actually has a combined attack with, like, a lot of people. Okay. Kill details. Weapons. But yeah. Like, and they have different animations for each of these too. Snowfield. Priestess Barrier. Which is like, at first I was like, rather small starter roster. And then I found out how much, like, variety you can have with each character, with them each having their own kit. And it turns it from, like, a small roster to actually rather large. Because if each character is 3, then each role they have filled with a different character is 3 characters into that each, which means they have one of the largest starting rosters. Unless you're only considering models, which, like, as a 3D modeler who loves costumes, is big for me. But just kits alone, they actually have a large variety. Combined hero attacks. Do I have one with... Oh, well, the only girl that this person doesn't have a combined attack with is her. Oh, unless I switch this? Okay, yeah. I don't have a good one of these. Switch you out. Combined hero attack. But yeah, I would say 6 out of 10, like, just out the box. 7 out of 10 if you get lucky and get a character you like early. I wonder if you have a combined attack on any of yours. You don't. So you actually have, like, nobody you work with, which does kind of make me feel a certain way about her being the free character you get, but then not having combined attacks with people. Okay. I'm gonna switch you out. Probably with you, because you have this, and I can, like, actually work with that. Equip. Switch. I wish I could click on this also, instead of having to scroll through this. But yeah, there's a few things, like, that are just, like, slice of lifey that they need, or quality of life that they need to improve upon. Basic attacks decrease crit resistance. Chance to increase crit chance. I'm gonna switch these. Enhance. Just why not? Oh, there's not an auto. I'm just gonna go ahead and enhance this fully. Because I do kind of want to try one of the dungeon experiences, because I've not tried them yet. I feel like this would help, because my gear score is really low. Yeah, that increased my team score by a lot. Okay. I believe... Yeah, boss challenge. I have not done one of these yet. I don't know if it queues me with other people, immediately, or... Okay, it doesn't. So I don't see anyone else. Oh, I'm not supposed to attack them? Oop. There was a little bit of a frame drop there. I do also like that the multiplayer is definitely one of the highlights of this game. So if you have a desire to play like a gacha style game with other people, that's one of the other things that this does really well. And I'd say it would be one of the main selling points. I'm guessing this is just... Okay, yeah. I know what that pre-room was. Oh wait, I had the wrong combination attack. Oof, I hate that. I've been fairly good with my screens lately. I think tells me I'm supposed to destroy these. Well, I was supposed to get the thing. The combo attack. Oh, he gets so fast. Okay. That's pretty neat, and I like that you can do that with friends. I didn't, but you could. Yeah, no, I like having a thick keychain, like, I like having a lot of keys on my keychain, because, like, otherwise I misplace my keys all the time. But the larger it is, the easier it is for me to keep track of. I'm wondering why they didn't do a team attack. Combined hero. Oh, can I... Oh, never mind. So it should have just worked. Combined attack info. You can perform combined attacks regardless of order if there are enough magic points to use. So this requires 6 magic points. Okay, so there's a... I didn't quite understand that whenever it explained how they work. I'm gonna go ahead and use more keys on these. I noticed that there's not like a multi-queue here, which I feel like there should be. This spellbook. Enhance normal attacks. Decoy. Enhance. Inflict curse damage. I mean, I wasn't like super at risk beforehand. Armor. Defense, HP. You're fine. And then that's all equipment defense. And I more care about the attack. Switch. Equip. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see what the other boss challenge is. Because I didn't spend any keys really yesterday. Oh, it's a boss. Or apparently, I didn't fully heal. I'm curious if I'm in here whenever it does its thing. If I can reverse it. No, I can't. Oop. I wonder why my health is so low. I do believe this is my highest damage character, at least right now. I can absorb a little bit of the damage at least. Okay, I think I'm supposed to head towards the cannon things now. Although I don't see them on the ground. Maybe that's not a thing here. Yeah, I beat this earlier. This is the key part. The repeatable one. Oh, is that a shared health bar? Okay. I was wondering if the mechanic doesn't exist. If, like, you do the instanced version. I know it's a higher rank. Like, item requirement. I have only 2 SSRs. This character, which I love. And this character. The one it gives you for free. Speaking of which, mission, I need to spend like 5 more cubes. Dungeon. I haven't done any of these. But I do like the one I got that it gave me. I did like seeing the pull animation for the legendary, the SSR pull animation. I need to build up my resources, magic points. Okay, I think I have enough. That's neat. Honestly, it is fairly close. I'd say the thing that gives this game most of its own, like, quality is purely the multiplayer aspect. But this combat is very reminiscent of Genshin. I would agree. I would also say this game is like very like faithful to the art style. The other thing I like about this game is definitely the fact that like each character has 3 kits. So if you get a character and your favorite character is a support character, you can switch them to DPS. Which is really nice. Mission. This. Yay! Predatory Wild Screamer, Spirit Beauty Melody, complete Act 3. Draw! I have been just drawing as I get wishes. I like doing that. So far, if that guy doesn't show up, I just skip. I think there's a 4-star I'm missing, but I don't know who it is. Oh, it's blue. But I think it could still be purple. Garbage. Hey, showed up again. Yeah, I want King also. Because he seemed like he had a cool kit. I wonder if there's a chance for this game to do a fake out. Because I know Arknights and Field faked me out a few times. Okay, then we're gonna go back to this. Draw. But yeah, so far it's been pretty safe that, like, if that little ferret thing doesn't show up, then I probably didn't get anything. I don't know if that's accurate to, like, how it actually works. That's just how I've been playing it. I think I might use this to get a staff. Because I would like a staff for this character, so I can use this part of their kit. Inflicts damage, punishment, holy damage, yeah. Let's see. Oh, not shop. I want to go bag. Bag. This one. Use. Give me the staff. It wasn't select on staff. Whoops. Same. No, because I was like, for him to not be on my team, to give him such a star role in the fight. I do get craft weapons, so I don't feel too bad about the misclick. Also, I'm sure I have a character who can utilize it. I don't know if it's like a great sword. Oh, it goes to my mail, I think. Oh, there it is. Wait, can you use it? Oh, you can. Switch. I'm gonna have you switch to this. Even though it doesn't change your power at all. Hero info. We just level this weapon up. I'll just give it all the green things. Though she was my, like, only, like, support-esque character. Upgrade equipment. So I got achievements. Oh, let's look at this. Yeah, so I just need to complete Act 3. I will say sometimes I have a hard time paying attention during cutscenes if they're not voiced, like, in English. Because I'm dyslexic. What's going on? Well, you see, something terrible. Something happened. They're acting like animals. But if it's like a fight scene, I always watch. Oh no, purple forest. I wonder if they ever fixed the purple screen bug. Because I know it was on the list of things they need to fix. Oftentimes, I will try to like, when I'm streaming, watch all the cutscenes. But if you notice, the pets kind of cover the subtitles. So if I don't read them out loud, it's really hard to see the subtitles. And if it's not cutscene dialogue, I kind of think that it's probably optional. So yeah, as you can tell, my outfit switches between Merlin and Bon. So I can't wait for those characters to be added either. Level 13. Okay. I'm gonna go this way, actually, so I can get the teleport node. I don't think I got this. I had not. I noticed just very occasional frame drops. But like not enough for me to really like fully complain about. Like some people have said. Who knows, maybe they just have computer issues. I did like the cutscene where you see Hawk get yeeted into the sky. It's like at the very beginning. That was a nice cutscene. With the gravity holy knight. I only used this girl and the other girl because she was my only person who I like predictably gave support. But this girl I really like using. But I could see why not using this person, so they don't have any combination attacks. Well, this girl has a lot of combination attacks. I think the only one she can't combine with is the other SSR. Oh. Oh. I know who that is. Or at least the name's very familiar to me. I haven't watched Seven Deadly Sins in a very long time. I keep on meaning to like watch it, but I have to renew my Netflix too.
遠くからエンデの声が聞こえた気がして、さっき思わず叫んだんだ。ありがとう。それから、
And I'm like, I don't want to renew Netflix. That costs money. And I like chicken nuggets from McDonald's. And it's right down the street from me. I will say, I honestly, when I started skipping the cutscenes a bit, I kind of had more fun. Like, there's certain cutscenes that I like to watch. But I definitely started having more fun when I like stopped watching the cutscenes as much. Partially because like there's a lot of them. And a lot of them are just dialogue boxes. I kind of wish it would have this dialogue as you're going from like one point to the other. Just like as we're walking. I think Genshin started doing that occasionally. Ooh, that's pretty. I like their intro attacks. But yeah, this girl definitely helps me have way more fun in the game. If I didn't have her, I probably wouldn't be having nearly as much. I feel there's a lot of these cutscenes that are just like, oh my, a person is hurt. I really like these ice attacks. Oh, if I switch out, it turns off her ult. That's good to know. I probably should pull out more people who work together. But yeah, a lot of this seems a little B-plot. Yeah. I'm curious to see what Meliodas' like full kit is. Like I didn't look too much up before playing the game because I didn't want to like get too excited for a specific character and then not get them. Because that always takes to be excited for like a very specific character. And then not be able to like play that character. Yeah, I do love the... I hope other games take note from this one, specifically with multiplayer. And that's another reason why, like, I give it a bit of a higher rating than other people have. Because if it has a mechanic that I want to see in other games, then that means, for one, it's the only game you can see that mechanic. So, like, if someone wants that mechanic, they need to play it. But I saw some people being very harsh, like, on the reviews. And it, personally, extremely harsh for a free-to-play game. Like, I always find it weird when someone's, like, overtly critical of something they didn't have to buy. I think their health bar keeps on resetting. There we go. Yeah, one of the things that we try to do here on my channel is it's kind of like honesty, but not the like brutally honesty thing where you're just trying to be edgy. Also, because I develop games myself, I'm gonna come at things a little bit more gentle because I'm like, I know how hard it is to make games, so I'm gonna be a little bit nicer. Because like, sometimes the things that people want implemented are really hard. And if they could implement them, they probably would. Oh, PlayStation's dirty about that. I will, like, anytime there's something, like, fishy going on, 100% will be critical about that. And PlayStation will constantly pre-order games at a cost when it doesn't have a cost. NTE, Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, ZZZ, if you try to pre-download the game before it was released, I'll ask you to pay like $15 to $20 for the game. PlayStation is a bit like side-eyeing it a bit. Like, what do you mean? This game is free to play. You should not be making people pay to pre-download. Because if anything, it actually saves them on server, like, load for the release day. To not have everyone download it at the same time. I have a PlayStation 2, but a PlayStation 2 also. As in PlayStation 5, but I also have PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know where they get off. And I don't know why other games haven't spoken out about, like, PlayStation trying to get people to pay for games that, like, don't cost money. I remember when PlayStation Live would make you pay for PlayStation, like, online to play a game that they weren't hosting the server for. Server for. They stopped doing that, but, like, advanced audio properties. There we go. But yeah, PlayStation has had some moments. I think there's one game that was free to play. Can't remember what it was. It was free to play, and it made you pay for it, even like whenever it was live, and you had to search for the game and find a specific one that said free on it, because the main listing had a price on it. I used to pay for PlayStation Plus, but I haven't been playing my PlayStation much. I've been mostly playing on my computer, especially because, like, it's part of my stream setup. And I largely play a lot of my game time on stream. I think, what time is it? I do believe we're gonna have to hop off here, as we just hit our 3-hour mark, which is typically what we go for. So let me switch to me close up. I'd like to take this moment to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed and liked the video, or shared the video, or chatted. You guys are all amazing. It helps me out so much as a small creator for any engagement whatsoever. I would like to take this moment to also say thank you so much, and we will be going live again on Thursday, 8:30 p.m. EST. We might do a short live tomorrow for Wednesday, because Sigrika comes out, and if we finish the outfit before the patch is finished, we will do some pools live wearing Sigrika costume. So I will see you guys all at latest Thursday. Well, probably Thursday. But possibly for a very brief moment on Wednesday. Bye! Have sweet dreams, or good afternoon, or good morning, depending on your time zone.